What is the testing approach you are following for the project? Interviewer: Can you tell me about your testing approach for this project? Candidate: Sure. We're following an agile development methodology. So we're using a combination of unit testing, integration testing, and acceptance testing to ensure that our code works as intended and meets the requirements of our stakeholders. Interviewer: Can you give me an example of how you would approach unit testing for a particular function? Candidate: Sure. For example, let's say we have a function that calculates the total cost of a customer's order. I would write a unit test to ensure that the function returns the correct total cost based on the input parameters, and that it handles any edge cases, such as invalid inputs or discounts. Interviewer: How do you ensure that your integration tests cover all the necessary interactions between different components of the system? Candidate: One approach we use is to create a matrix of all the different components and their interactions, and then design integration tests to cover all the possible combinations. We also prioritize testing the most critical or complex interactions first, and we use test automation tools to ensure that we can run these tests consistently and quickly. Interviewer: How do you ensure that your acceptance tests accurately reflect the requirements of your stakeholders? Candidate: We work closely with our stakeholders to define clear acceptance criteria for each requirement, and we use those criteria to design our acceptance tests. We also involve stakeholders in the testing process by having them review and approve our tests, and we make sure to incorporate their feedback into our testing approach. Interviewer: Can you give me an example of how you would handle a bug that was discovered during testing? Candidate: Sure. First, we would document the bug and its impact on the system. Then, we would prioritize the bug based on its severity and its impact on the project timeline. We would assign the bug to a developer to investigate and fix, and we would create additional tests to ensure that the bug is fully resolved and that it doesn't reappear in the future. Finally, we would communicate the status of the bug to our stakeholders and provide regular updates on its resolution.